Banjo Kazooie. Hello, old friend. It's been a long time. This is one of the games that it really brings back a lot of memories every time I pop it into the cartridge. It's one of those key defining games from back when Rare was known as one of the best gaming companies out there. I mean, they made such great games such as GoldenEye, they made games like Banjo Kazooie, Donkey Kong 64, I think they made Diddy Kong Racing, I don't remember, I need to take a look at that. But yeah, Rare has always been known as one of the key essentials when it came to pulling the video game industry out from the gutter, because to be fair, if it wasn't for them, a lot of games nowadays probably would have just been overshadowed and not really well as known or played as they are today. But, anyways, let us head off into our adventure. Oh, that Gruntilda, not Brentilda. This isn't Banjo Tooie. What marvelous misadventures are you up to this time? Well, I guess it wouldn't be this time, as this is the first game, so it would be the first time. You know what? I don't want to explain about jokes, because that's always the thing that kills them. But yeah, Banjo Kazooie. Oh, how the memories you have brought back to me. How much of my childhood you have tortured and terrified. I'm not gonna lie when I said this game, there were times this game really did terrify me as a kid. It was not because of some of the aesthetics, aside from one level in the game that always traumatized me, but it was also some of the enemies in this. But we'll be going into that probably either in the next video or in a later video, because there is actually a few enemies up ahead that will be in them that will show you that how they... Where am I trying to go with this? It's showing you how the enemies have always, like, scared me as a kid, and how I would literally, to points, would literally mute my TV to get past them. And actually, I did that a lot as a kid whenever it was, like, enemies that just terrified me. It wasn't the aesthetics, it was the looks, but it was always the sounds that they made. I mean, visually, it's a rare game. They always look cartoony and goofy, but the sounds that they made for them is just... But, anyways, here we have Bottles the Mole. His running gag is that he is very blind and can't see, and also he has a long-standing hatred, or well, rivalry of Kazooie. And also, will you let me go places? Thank you. We'd like some help, Bottles. What will we do? Explore the area and look out for my molehills. Stand next to them and press B, or you know what? We're probably just gonna skip through this and we're gonna do this ourselves, because it's time for us to press on to this amazing little adventure. God, how I miss this game so much. It is just playing it right now brings back so many memories as a kid. It's just amazing. And actually, I do think I need to talk to Bottles for this one. Alright. So, call swipe. So basically, this area is just to learn our basic attacks, yada yada yada. It's actually... attacks in this game, you really don't use a whole lot. I mean, you do use most of them in Banjo Tooie, but in this game, a lot of them were just, meh, we have them here, such as the claw swipe. Name any person who has ever decided to do this as a kid. I ask you. No one has bothered with this attack, because of how terrible the range was, and I guess it was if enemies, it was like the enemies had come after you. It would make sense and all that. Can you please let me hit you, Carrot? Thank you. Alright, now the roll. The roll was actually... I always use the roll a bit more, but of course, the piece de resistance of attacks in this game is coming up next, I think. Yeah, it's coming up next. But the roll, it was always a great way. It always helped me, like, get around faster. I always felt like I was going faster aside from using the Talon Trot. But for its time, I always liked using the roll. And now for the Rat-a-Tat-Rap, the one move everyone and their grandmother who played this game always used. They never bothered with the roll, they never bothered with the swipes, they always used the rap. Also, why is Produce trying to hurt us? Whatever. Defeating the enemy, we get ourselves our first empty honeycomb piece. And basically, this is one of 6. And, well, I forgot how small my jump was. Wow, I'm really out of touch with this game because I could have sworn at this, I was able to jump higher than just this, and I remember there were points where it allowed me to jump this high, but still. Oh, here we go. There we go. There's the jump that we all know and love. Again, I've been out of touch with this game for a while. I would say this is going to be a blind LP because, of course, I've mastered this game multiple times. I actually did a little bit of a test playthrough. As I was saying, did a little bit of a test playthrough before this, just so I could, like, get myself acclimated back with the controls and all that stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, this is probably gonna be... Well, this is gonna be a long first video because we're probably gonna cover the first level and all that stuff in this video. But also the fact that... what am I trying to say? The fact that there's just a lot of explaining to do and all that stuff. But I know there are going to be parts later in the series where I'm always going to get stuck and I'm going to have to figure it out for myself, or I'm going to have to figure... Or there's going to be a part where it's going to take me multiple tries to complete, and I'm going to have to do a lot of cutting to get through it. But, you know, you go with what you have. So, let's get going. Don't really need an explanation for this one. Grab ourselves our next honeycomb beast and head up back here and get ourselves an extra life, which is a Banjo trophy. And of course, you know this is a rare game when anything and everything in this game talks, and it always has those big protruding eyeballs poking out of it. Such as said enemies right here, and I have to talk to bottles because, of course, the game wouldn't allow me to learn for myself. None, that's for swimming underwater. I do not want to swim underwater. I want to climb up a tree. Where is the one that allows me to climb up a tree? Although, I probably had to tap to so I could be able to swim underwater. Oh boy. So, let's see. Where is the one that will let me climb up trees? Seriously, where are you? Hello? Bottles? Where are you? Oh, wait, there you are. This is the right bottles. I think. Yep, here we go. This was the one that allows me to climb up trees. Again, a little rusty with this, because the test playthrough was like, I would say about a week ago. But, yeah. Able to climb up trees now. And head over here, and I believe there is a honeycomb piece that we need to collect. There you are. Now, don't get so used to seeing the honeycomb pieces this frequent, because trust me, honeycomb pieces are going to be a pain to get, especially in the later levels, like Click Clock Wood and all that stuff, and like, oh dear God, Rusty Bucket Bay. Ugh. It's just a nightmare waking up ready to happen with that level. But yeah, I believe there's like 2 honeycomb pieces per level, so pretty much every 3 levels, if we get all the honeycomb pieces, we will be able to upgrade our health bar. And if I'm right, this should be the last honeycomb piece. Hopefully I'm right, hopefully. Learn all the basic moves, top of the spiral mountain, and he will tell me what to do next. So, before we do that, we're gonna bust into these boulders. These poor boulders who have not harmed a flea in their life, and they're just sitting here with... I always thought these things had like the ultimate grump face from this one. It was like, with like the position of the polygons and stuff, but still. Can I get a good look? Look at that. Look at that sad face. Aw, well, you're not sad anymore. I always felt bad for killing these things because of how harmless they are. But anyways, 6 honeycomb pieces, and that gives us a new piece of life. And now with the new life, where is the bridge? There you are. We're gonna head up and officially start this game. We're finally gonna go out, even after what looks like it should be a video in itself. Again, this is going to be actually longer videos in the series. There will be parts where I'll probably like some of the longer levels, such as, well, levels probably past level 4 or 6, that's what I'm guessing. I may have to cut up into 2 videos. But, for now, we're just gonna have to go on and enjoy what this great game had to offer. Now, I don't want to beat around the bush and say that this game was perfect. No game is ever... There's no such thing as perfect. And trust me, there are many, many things that I hate about this game. Such as certain enemies, certain mechanics, and of course, the notes. Oh dear God, the notes! And of course, the whole main thing about this game and how it can't be over that easily and we instantly lose is the fact that Klungo is too stupid to push the start button. And of course, throughout the entire game, Grunty's gonna like... I guess she has like an intercom system from... I always wanted to say the paintings or like any representation of hers, how she was able to communicate with you. But, yes. So here it is, the main star of the game. Basically, if you've played Super Mario 64, these are pretty much the stars of this game. Literally, they're the stars of this game. You're gonna be collecting a lot of them. There's over 100 jiggies in this game and like over 900 notes in this game. And oh boy, it's gonna get really, really, really tedious with some of the later levels. But anyways, we step on this and we will place the first puzzle piece into the painting, which is one of the main goals. And always gave what I liked is how your completion for the game would always like it would always give you a preview as to what the next level it unlocks. Not Super Mario as because Super Mario could like you could pretty much go to mostly any worlds past the first area, but for now, with that first puzzle piece in place, we open the gate to Mumbo's Mountain. And Mumbo's Mountain is basically going to be our tutorial world. This is where we're going to be learning most of our moves that we're going to be using throughout the game. There are other levels that we'll have to learn moves from, but for now this is basically where we're going to get most of our basic moves. And oh, the music, it just hit me like a brick wall with how much nostalgia it brings back. And instant fail of platforming. I can already tell this bolds so well into the game. And oh, you guys, prepare to hate these guys. Basically, this game never incorporated a save. Well, it incorporated a save feature, but not per level. Basically, there are 100 notes per level, but if you die once in it, you lose all the notes, and you have to collect them all over again. This is one of the main things I hate about this game. You do not know how long it has taken me to collect notes as a kid in this game, when I was barely grasping video games and just learning the controls. Trust me, you don't want to know. But for now, they're just gonna head up here, go away, leave me honeycombs alone, poor honeycomb hive, beehive, whatever. Now the thing about the Banjo Kazooie game is, it's hard to figure out what you want to do first. I mean, there's so much to do in terms of this game. But I think what I probably should do in first terms, I'm pretty sure everyone would want me to do first, go up here and get ourselves the talent trot and a free jiggy to boot. Else one use it, holds it, and press the button. And basically we'll be able to go around with the control stick, and basically we move twice as fast. And this is going to be something we're going to be doing a lot of in this game. Must search for Tenemus in each world. We will help you progress through the witch's lair. And of course, if you get tired of seeing that animation, too bad, you're going to be seeing it 98 more times. he's basically saying if we want to leave the world, we have to go back to the place where we entered the world and just step on the pad and all that stuff. The Mumbo token. Used for Mumbo magic. Prepare to... the Mumbo tokens. How you annoy me in the later levels. But I wouldn't say they're tedious to collect because you don't really have to collect all the Mumbo tokens to complete the game like 100%. I think you need to get... I think the most Mumbo asks from you is probably like around like 25 for the final transformation. Spoilers for a game that's decades old. But for now, let's just collect our notes. I think was there a Jinjo up here, or was yeah, it was a Jinjo. Jinjo! Collect our notes. How I miss this game so much. So here we have. What I guess you could consider a boss fight. I honestly don't. Honestly, you're never able to defeat this guy. But whatever. Let's just. Thank you. Let's just drop the oranges on there. Collect our Jiggy. And even though he said we beat him in his challenge, he still throws oranges at us. But for now, we're gonna steal that orange. Hey, that Conga's orange. Put it back. Couldn't even if I tried. Oranges are nice. Yes, they are. Ooh, Chimpy likes Conga's oranges. Chimpy, help Fat Bear. Yeah, that's another running joke in this game. How pretty much everyone and the grandmother compliments on how fat Banjo is. Do I want to do this first, or should I go? Actually, you know what? I need to do this first, so let's just do it. And fail at the platforming. Head back up here. Let's set the bottle so we can learn the shoot ability. Time for the buzzer to learn the ancient ways of the egg. Oh, I love how these two just snipe at each other, trying to dish out any punishment or insult they can toward each other. Oh, yes it is, Kazooie. Yes it is. And guess what? You are the one who will be dishing out the pain. Also receiving the pain. That has to be one of the most painful attacks ever of all time. But for now, we're just gonna shoot at Conga here. Jump over his orange. I think you have to hit him only like 3 times. Ow. You hit me with an orange. Good sir. Oh yeah, I forgot. Wall grabbing wasn't invented till Banjo Kazooie because I don't know. There we go. 3 hits and now he's defeated. And with that, we get to second Jiggy. And I think that brings us up to 4, I'm guessing. I want to say 4 or 5. 4. Alright. I was right the first time. But even though we defeated him, he still is contempted on throwing his oranges at us. So for now, we're going to... Probably going to want to head over this way. Whoa! Termites. Termites everywhere! Ow. I always like this little sound bit that they had in here. Good lord! Like the little 1, 2, 3, 4 that they added from the termites point of view. I killed you before you could say anything. And I need to use Tauntaunt for here. Whoop, and I always wonder if it was easy. You could break the game to climb up the termites mound as Banjo Kazooie and not as your transformation for this level. And of course I forgot. You can't do this stuff without loading the moves first. And by the way, there you are. And also another Mumbo token. I don't remember how many Mumbo tokens you needed for this. I think it was 3, maybe it was 4. But anyways, Beak Buster. Prepare to use this move lot! And I do mean a lot. And sorry about all the yawning. I'm actually recording this around 4 in the morning. Yeah, you get a feel of how late I'm recording. So, pretty much we've learned everything that there is to learn inside this. So, for now, we're going to big bust these huts, I guess. And we're going to collect all the little prizes that are inside it. So, in the first one, we got notes. In the second one, we got eggs. Useless. In the third one, we have enemy. Also useless. I said useless. In the fourth hut, we have pizza. No, a Jinjo. And we're almost one Jinjo away. So, let's just check the fifth hut. We have an extra life. Oh, thank you. Extra lives had never really benefited me that much because, of course, with most N64 games, you stop the game, you lose all the lives, and you're like back down to like 3 lives or so. So for now, we're just gonna have to just bear it. Lives aren't really that important. I don't think they were brought into Banjo Kazooie. It's been like ages since I've touched that game, but I think lives were discontinued in Kazooie. But anyways, egg puzzle, just gotta shoot eggs into the totem's mouth. I remember there was like a complete and total tease of a honeycomb piece, and that's that you do not want to destroy the last totem, and you want to jump on its head. I remember how irritated I was when I found that out, because the first time I remember, it was like, able to, I always like took down all the totems, and I looked up and I was like, oh! So I had to leave the level, come back, of course, after completing everything. And there's an Rumbo token down there. I will take that. Jinjo! Yeah, God. I'm dying. Yeah, we're almost to 100 notes. We're only like 19 away. 18, 17, 16 away. But anyways, this is it. God. As I was saying, this is being recorded. This is actually being recorded like on January 8th. So you know, this is probably gonna be going up like around a week later or so. So, greetings from the past. How was everyone's vacation? I'm sorry it took me so long to start a new series, and I'm sorry it's taken me so long to get back into Ape Escape. It's just getting tedious, and I'm missing a Mumbo token. Remember the shaman in our game. Breaking the fourth wall. You can help Banjo fill the favored one. Watch it, Hut Boy. Mumbo's magic tokens hidden by witch. Find tokens, and Mumbo will help you. Banjo not got enough tokens for Mumbo magic. Look at the sign, bring more. So we need to give ourselves one more token. I hope I remember where it is, because if I don't, this is going to be an extremely long video, and I'm going to hate myself for it. If I remember correctly, I think the Mumbo token was, well, of course I forgot about this freaking Jiggy that was right here on the hillside. Oh yeah, I think I remember what a Mumbo token is. It's over by Wakonga's. Please. Because, like, the Mumbo one is like the last power-up you get, and I want to say that the Mumbo token is over here. Please tell me the Mumbo token is over here. I can't tell if the Mumbo's token is up there, but I'm pretty sure the Mumbo token is up there, so please let the Mumbo token be up there. And curse you, nowadays games that always have wall grabs. There you are. And before we do that, we are going to want to hit the switch. The witch switch. Which switch is a witch there ever was? One switch. Basically, these will reveal Jiggies that are over in the overworld. So, again, there's 9 levels in the game, but of course there's 100 Jiggies, which means there are 10 switches hidden, well, 1 switch hidden in each level, and of course coupled with the first Jiggy we got in the overworld, that adds to our 100th group of Jiggies. So, with that, so the button pressed, with the Mumbo token gotten, and with ourselves making our merry way over to Sir Mumbo's hut. What was up here? Eggs. Don't need them. Sit on skull and press B to see Mighty Mumbo magic. Okay, we'll press B to see Mighty Mumbo magic. And of course the sign goes away, so now we can use this infinite amount of times, even though we're probably only going to use these transformations like once. A few times we'll use them twice because we do need some of the transformations to access later levels in the overworld. Termite bit small, but not bad for first spell. I like this, how the levels like build up. I mean, you start as a small little termite and nothing impressive, and how the later levels it actually grows in a bit and you get better transformations. But for now, I'm just gonna head back into the termite mound because, of course, well, the termite's the only ability that will allow us to climb on this, so it's actually pretty good for a first starting ability power transformation. No way, you jerk, these sorts of mine. And with that, we got all 100 nodes. Yippee! And I failed at jumping! Yippee! Oh wait, no, that's the wrong reaction. Boo! Shut up. I did not fall. I just came in here. Shut up. That's the thing that I hate about... One of the things I didn't like was the N64 controllers. I don't know if it's my controller specifically, but always, every time I played, there was always the one controller error that always got on my nerves. But for now, we're just going to have to grin and bear it. Hop. Hop. I didn't know termites were so agile. You can't have this backpack. You don't even have arms. You have legs. Don't even ask how I have this backpack. Grab ourselves an extra life, even though we don't need it. And at the top of the mountain, we got ourselves our final Jiggy. Taking the dump, taking the dump, taking the dump. Yeah. Okay, enough with the NCS impressions. At least I didn't do the whole Jinjo bit, so be happy I at least got that one. And, oh yeah, I forgot, before I walk out like an idiot, I probably should go grab the second honeycomb piece, and thanks. We could actually have grabbed this as Banjo Kazooie, but the termite makes it easier. Shut up. Always, this is the thing I always loved about the Banjo Kazooie games, is that this game had personality, damn it. Enemies were always so colorful, the levels were always so colorful, and the controls, for some parts, were always pretty damn decent. But, for now, we're gonna have to bid adieu to Mumbo's Mountain, as there is nothing left for us to do here. So, let us make our merry way. Goodbye, old friend. We will miss you dearly. And even though you are only a tutorial level, you were a tutorial level that did things right. Grunty's magic stops you from taking notes. So yeah, if we leave the world or if we dive in a world, we lose all our note counters, so we have to be sure to collect 100 notes in each level. And hello, termite that just zoomed in like 500 miles per hour. Now that was actually a mechanic I really did love. Well, two things. One is the fact that the overall theme to the area, even though it's one song, it changes when you get close to the level to signify the changing of the worlds. I like that. Also, another thing I liked was the fact that since you opened up the level and pretty much opened a gateway between that world and this, yeah, the enemies that pretty much just fit the theme to the level, they escape into the overworld. No, they're mine! And of course, Momo's magic gets weak as we get further away from the... Yeah, that. When we get away from the level a certain distance from, like, the area-themed of the main hub, Mumbo's magic runs out, and we resort back to our original form. But for now, this thing's been going on for half an hour. I say we head up here, open this note door, Getting interrupted by bottles. Yes, we need to collect 50 notes to progress in the level, so notes do play a major role in this. And if you will allow me to do so, Bottles, please go away and dive back into that little mound of yours. Thank you for refilling my health. Go up to the door, magically disappears with the power of the notes, and I think this is probably a good place as any to end things off. So next time on Let's Play Banjo Kazooie, we're gonna continue on in Grunty's lair, and hopefully we head off into the next level and collect all the notes and Jiggy's there. See you guys next time. Later.
Wow.